Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seat. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League season opener for the Cup Series. We are at Daytona. It's going to be a good one here at the High Banks. Joining me in the booth, he's back, the one and only Joe Manella. Joe, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Blake. Excited to be here at Daytona for the season opener. Should be an exciting race here for the Willie Smith 250, and man, what a awesome thing the guys here are doing for the late Willie Smith.
Absolutely, always great to celebrate Willie Smith, and we're doing it with what he loved doing the most, sim racing here, and we are at Daytona. And Joe, looks like it is time for some qualifying action. Let's go down trackside as we're looking at some beautiful shots we took earlier on.
Yeah, Daytona is one of those tracks that it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season, and you know, being able to come away with a win here at Daytona is absolutely going to set the tone for the rest of the season and get yourself some extra bragging rights.
Absolutely, and rolling out onto the track here to start qualifying, got Terry Vincent from Anderson, South Carolina, looking like a full field of cars here tonight. Joe, I'm counting almost, I think, 40.
Yeah, and with a large field like this, it's going to mean one thing: great racing and a lot of junked cars.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite things, but a little bit different format here this season. Average Joe's, obviously, last season we were in the Gen 6 Cup Cars. Those were fun, but there was a lot of netcode issues, and I'm definitely glad that we changed it up here, going to the Next Gen this season. And formats changed. Races are going to be a little bit longer, and we're going to have 2 stage breaks. So here tonight at Daytona, we're going to have a stage at lap number 25, I believe, and then another one, I believe, after lap number 50. But let's pull up your rules and regulations here tonight. Take a look at your screen. Average Joe's Sim Racing League action. It is actually at Daytona, so we'll go ahead and change that and take a look here. So here at Daytona, track temp 88 degrees. You got 3 sets of tires, no fast repairs, 65% fuel, and in the booth, Blake Hutchinson, Joe Manella. Joe, I think it's time. How about we lock in our picks to win?
Yeah, so I actually did that earlier in the day. I got my money on Ryan McClurg.
Oh, wow. Ryan McClurg. Let's take a look here at Ryan McClurg, see if he is out on track right now. Sure he is. Seems like everybody is. And well, there's Nolan McClurg. Let's see if we can find Ryan. Here he is, number 43 machine, a good-looking car there, Joe. Let's take the drone cam down for a flyby and take a look at your pick to win here tonight.
Yeah, great-looking paint scheme there for McClurg. He's got the perfect pit crew fun paint scheme out there tonight, supporting animals in need, and I really hope he's going to come away with a win tonight and make me look good and win me some money tonight.
Yeah, well, there, take a look at that QR code. Looks like you can donate to the Perfect Pit Crew Fund right there if you want. So he's getting up to speed here. He's going to try to set his lap. You know, qualifying, not really that important here. Not going to say it's not important at all, but definitely doesn't really say much about who's on the pole. But my pick to win, though, tonight, Joe, I think I'm going with the 88 here tonight. Let's find him. Hunter Haskell. He's got a new paint scheme, new look. It's his first season, I believe, here with the Average Joe Sim Racing League, rocking the Natural Light number 88 machine here tonight.
Yeah, qualifying always a gamble at super speedways, right? Because you know the wrecks are going to happen, and it's pretty much a 50-50 shot if they're going to be in the front or the rear of the pack. So you just got to roll the dice and hope it works out in your favor. And there he is, Chad White.
He's just
got a good-looking paint scheme out there, right?
Yeah, he is the number 28 here tonight out of Loudon, Tennessee. You got John Sheen out on the track. Well, he's done as well. Looks like a lot of guys just pulling off the track. Not sure what's going on. We got Justin Day out there, though, ripping the top here at Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Justin is known as Girth Brooks.
Yeah, I can't forget the Girthinator and his I think it's his brother, right, Brian Day?
I think so. I can't really keep track of all of them. I'm pretty sure they're all brothers, though. You got Jonathan, you got Brian, you got Justin. Hell, we're probably missing another one, too. But, Joe, let's take a look. Look who's out on track right now. Who do you see?
That is the Glizzy Gobbler.
That is right. Well done, Joe. Remember that one pretty easily. You got Terrence Murphy out here. We call him the Glizzy Gobbler, and he's trying to put that number 5 machine on the pole tonight. We know he's always fast.
Yeah, we've got some chatter in the YouTube chat. We've got Jeffrey Smith, E40, picking Brad Hoggett to win tonight.
All right. So we got Brad Hoggett fan. We've got somebody going with Girth Brooks. That's Jesse Becker taking Girth. But Joe, looks like qualifying's over. It's official. Quick time, Brian Day on the top of the board. He's going to start from the pole position here tonight. Well, Joe, looks like it is going to be grid time. Let's see these cars line it up, and then we're going to get things started here in just a bit.
Yeah, we've got a large field tonight, 38 drivers. It's going to be packed. It's going to be exciting. And one thing for sure, somebody is going to win tonight.
Well said, Joe. You know, that's true. That is true. But, hey, it is time that we get gridded up here. I got a banger ready to go for our fans at home. Let's get things going. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting on the front row from the pole position from All Day Racing, the number 70, Brian Day on his outside, the 97, Nathan Berzowski.
In row number 2, you've got Garrett Wiles in the number 91 machine, and to his outside, Jeffrey Petty in the number 24.
Row number 3 on the inside, the number 49, Cinnadust machine. It's Judge John Mathis on his outside, the 6, Terry Vincent.
And in row number 4, you've got the 51 Mellow Yellow Steven Blevins, and on his outside, Corbett Raker, number 47 Rider machine.
Row number 5 on the inside, going to be the Monster Energy number 9 machine, Chris Mackey on his outside, the 7 from Trap House Racing, Brad G.
Row number 6 is going to be Jonathan Day in the number 80 Jack Daniels machine, and Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams in the number 15 Wheel Like Willie machine.
Row number 7, he's got a fan in the chat. It's the 00 Brad Hoggett on his outside. The man himself, the myth, the legend, the Glizzy Gobbler, Terrence Murphy.
Row number 8 is going to be Brian Cook in the number 44 Cougars machine, and Justin McCurdy in the Rugrats number 4 Chevrolet.
Row number 9 on the inside, going to be the number 1 machine. That's John Sheen on his outside, the 28 Hutchinson Motorsports TV on the car, Chad White.
Row number 10, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Dominic's Chili Pop number 94, and David Forch in the 06.
Jumping on back into row number 11, the 99 machine. This is one of my favorite paint schemes of the night. Connor Girard's going to put that one to the test, though. It's the 99 of Clarence Bonner, the 3rd on his outside, the 17 of Chip Jesse Graham.
Row number 12 is going to be Austin Guerrero in the Monster 45 machine, and Blake Hewlett in that number 87.
Row number 13 on the inside, last season's champion. He had a dominating season. Can he do it again? It's the 8 machine, Michael Harrington on his outside from JS Studios, Douglas Ivy.
And in row number 14, Brian Matthews in the 77 Buffalo Trace and the Natural Light 88 of Hunter Haskell.
Well, Joe, if we didn't say somebody's favorite driver, well, hate to say it. Actually, I love to say it. They're slow. They're junk. They're starting in the rear. Field is set. We're ready to go, Joe. We are lined up bumper to bumper. On your feet. Off your seats. Average Joe's Sim Racing League season number 4 is underway.
Two by two off the restart, looking at the rear of Nathan Brzezowski in the number 97.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we just had some jewels gifted from Minnesota Skull. That's Daryl Young Jr. Appreciate you, Daryl, but we are clean and green here on lap number 1 with the Average Joe Sim Racing Cup Series.
Got a little bit of separation on the top. There's only about 5 cars on the top side right now. They're going to lose momentum unless the number 28 of Chad White can get up there and give them some help.
And we'll keep our eyes on it for sure as we drop back to the lone Canadian in the field per usual, Jonathan Dominics. We know he's one of your favorite drivers, Joe, right now in the 22nd position as we hop on board.
Yeah, Jonathan Dominics was in a league that I broadcasted on another night, and yeah, we're looking forward to see what he can do here tonight. Currently sitting 23rd, so he's going to have some work to do to make it up to the front.
Yes, he does, but your race leader, Nathan Brzezowski out of Troutman, is out front. Good to see Brzezowski out here in the Average Joe Sim Racing League this season. He is in another league that we broadcast on Sunday nights, but now he's trying his hand here with the Average Joes.
Yeah, and Blake, we're going to be keeping an eye on the top line tonight. Top line always seems to be the line that's got the most momentum and the most speed. As you know, the caveat to that is comes down to time to pit. You want to try and get down as quick as you can, but top line is definitely going to be where you want to be, especially coming late race as the side draft comes into play.
Well, good to see we're still clean and green with all these cars out here tonight. 38 signed in, but let's take a closer look here at this number 44 machine. It's Brian Cook. We got the drone cam down, and maybe we can talk a little bit about this. This paint scheme right here is Willie Smith's high school football team. You got Cougars on it. Number 44 was his football number. Yeah,
it's such a, such a noble thing, and the guys here in Average Joe Sim Racing paying homage to the late Willie Smith. And I did believe I saw a Wheel Like Willie scheme in the pre-race introductions as well. And also, with the name of the race being the Willie Smith 200, it just shows how much of an impact Willie Smith had on the Average Joe Sim Racing League.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, we will see no shortage this season of Willie Smith paint schemes here in the Average Joe Sim Racing League. He was just that beloved here. But out front right now, it's Brian Day. He was your pole sitter. Well, he's out front, and Joe, he's maybe making us wonder, why didn't we pick him?
You've got a point there, and we've got Connor Gerard in the chat with the paint scheme of the night contenders. That's going to be the 2, the 99, the 51, and the 70.
Oh, well, right now, let's take a good look at these cars. We got the 70 machine, Brian Day. We know Connor gives them bonus points when they're out front, and you can't get any more out front than Brian Day here so far. So there is the 70 machine, but we drop back, take a look at the 51. Stephen Blevins got the mellow yellow 51 machine. He is a contender for the paint scheme of the night. And then the final two here, my favorite, I think, of the night, just a different looking scheme. I'm digging this. It's the 99 of Clarence Bonner out of Newark, Delaware. Good looking car. And then the final contender for the paint scheme of the night, it's going to be the number 2 machine, currently in dead last, actually. That's Michael Weaver.
Yeah, I'm surprised the 88 didn't make the list. The 88's got a pretty cool looking natural light paint scheme. I like that one as well.
Well, Joe, Connor hates Chad White, so Chad never gets in the finalists. Or wait, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not Chad. Never mind. That's Hunter Haskell. Yeah, right. There he is. Yeah, no, you're
Chad
right.
White,
this is a good one for sure.
Yeah, Chad White is notorious for having the worst paint scheme of the night.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Let's take a closer look, though, at this 88 car that you just talked about. Got Natural Light. Now, Joe, what's your beer of choice?
Natural Light is one of them. I do like, I tend to like Busch Ice recently, but my go-to, if I had to choose one out of all of them, would be Corona.
Yeah, I think Corona's a good one for sure. One of my favorites as well, Joe. But, hey, we're looking at Hunter Haskell right now, ripping it in the 28th position out of Astor, Florida, and we're putting this drone can into the fence. We're still clean and green, though, Joe. I mean, I thought for sure we would have had a wreck by now, but, wow, these guys really putting on a clinic.
Yeah, in the field, mostly 2x2, except for the top 7 or 8 drivers, which is surprising. You'd think they'd kind of single file out and be patient, kind of wait for this thing to come to an end. But a lot of guys out there want to get stage points, and they want to keep themselves up front the majority of the race.
Yeah, well, we're clean and green. Taking a look at the chat, we've got Minnesota Skull. That is Darrell Young Jr. Oh, caution is out, Joe. Let's see what happened. Oh, Douglas Ivy, Adam Hoagland involved. Let's take a look.
Looks like Michael Harrington involved as well.
Just a big, oh man, big bumps there on the bottom lane, and just ended up wrecking the guys. That 88 involved there, as well as the 33, 12, 32, and some others.
And it did look like some net code on the 33 on his left rear. Not sure if that played a factor in it as well.
And we'll take one more look at this wreck here now that we can kind of see where it all started. So take a look here. We're going to slow it down. So look at this big checkup here on the bottom lane, Joe. You get a bump there, bump there. This is all slow motion, so this is a lot harder than it looks. And then right there, the 17 just gets shipped straight up to the wall, and the 33 gets clipped there by a netcode, it looks like.
Some of these drivers do look like they didn't suffer a lot of damage. They might be able to get it fixed quick, but some of these drivers are going to have to sit in the pits and fix their damage. They want to have a chance.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen with 38 cars here at Daytona. But, hey, that's why Brian Day is out front. He knows you got the least amount of chance to get wrecked if you're in that race lead. Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how Brian decides to take this restart. These super speedway tracks, they're not tracks that you want to get a huge jump and get out in front. So, we'll see how he decides to take this if he puts the bumper on the front of the number 49. Now, Joe, we have some radio replay transmissions. This was before the green flag, I do believe. Kari King Wright had something to say. Here it is.
What a lying fucking day.
That's the second night in a row he's done that and
Actually, I don't know when that happened. So who knows? These guys, a couple of them, not very happy about some stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if it's I wonder if it has anything to do with the netcode issues or frustration getting caught up in that wreck.
And Jesse Becker in the chat says, "Oh no, not Big Hog Hogland." That's right, Jesse. Your favorite driver, Adam Big Hog Hogland, was involved. Looks like 25 drivers elected to stay out and not pit, and then I believe everybody else elected to go down pit road. So most of the drivers staying out, probably wouldn't have been a bad call to maybe top off on fuel if you aren't up front. But we'll see how this plays out because we're not even halfway through stage number 1 here tonight.
Yeah, I don't disagree with topping off on fuel, especially if you're in the area of the field. There's really nothing to lose at that point. Having a little bit of an advantage. So this way, the next time you pit, you spend less time in the box. So not mad at that strategy at all.
While we're under yellow, let's take a look at your HMS TV hard charger board. It's Blake Hewlett on the top of that. He was last night's winner in the Contender Series, the lower series here in Average Joe. So won it last night, and here he is in the Cup Series racing. He is a hard charger up 9 positions into 15th.
Yeah, Blake, and second to the hard charger, one of my favorites of the night are the current biggest losers.
Oh, well, let's take a look at that here, Joe. We'll pull that board up. If you take a look on your screen, and the 99, my favorite paint scheme of the night, down 6 spots back to 27th.
Yeah, still got a lot of racing to do here. We've got, looks like 91 laps to go, so plenty of time to work his way back up to the front.
Absolutely. Well, real quick, Larry McReynolds, he just keeps texting me. He wants to tell you something. What do you got for our fans, Larry? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Daytona. Our first caution of the season is about over, Joe, and we're about to get back racing.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is probably going to be one of many. As we all know, Daytona's kind of got the recipe for disaster, so we'll see how much longer it can stay green and see how many junk cars we get.
Yeah, well, front row, it's going to be Brian Day, your race leader. And on his outside, the 91 machine, I haven't heard much from him. It's Garrett Wiles. So I don't really know much about him. He is new to the series, but it's going to be fun to see how this plays out as the pace car is in. Field is set. Fans are on their feet. They're off their seats. Green flag back in the air here again. Garrett Wiles on the outside here, currently in the third position out of Ridgecrest, California. Lives in Rapid City, South Dakota. There's a lot there going on.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going there. He goes from the West Coast to the Midwest out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, Rapid City, South Dakota. I can say, Joe, you know, I've done like 500 of these streams. I've had probably over 1,000 drivers. He's probably the first one, though, ever to live in South Dakota. He's out front, though. He's your race leader now. See if he can win it for South Dakota.
And there's that high line again, getting the momentum early in the run.
Here comes the bottom lane, though, and Wiles says not so fast. I'm going to throw a block. He goes down low. Garrett Wiles still out front, but here comes one of Connor Gerard's paint scheme of the nights, the 51 of Stephen Blevins from Linden, Virginia.
And then we've got Jonathan Day and Brian Day sitting third and fourth.
Look at that big shove
Big
there.
bumps on the outside.
Looks like the top two, they're going to cover down, maybe go down to the bottom. That's the 80 machine of Jonathan Day taking over the second position. Let's take a look here, Joe. We got the Glizzy Gobbler of Terrence Murphy cruising around here in the sixth position. Let's hop on board, check out that HMS TV nose cam for the Cincinnati, Ohio native, Terrence Murphy.
You can see him right there all over the bumper of the 47 Corvette Raker, trying to help generate some momentum.
Absolutely clean and green here is Terrence Murphy looking to make some moves, but Stephen Blevins out front. But let's drop back a bit. We got Chad White cruising here in the 14th position. Good-looking paint scheme per usual for Chad White, but not good enough to be considered as a Connor Gerard paint of the night.
Does look like in the back of the field, we've got a few drivers fallen out of the draft. I believe that's going to be maybe Justin Day. No, maybe a little bit further back than that,
Justin
man.
Day, and he's good to go. Michael Weaver's the last car here in the draft. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We have
12.
Hunter Haskell here. Tom Friedis, I think that's how you say it, out of Bethlehem, currently out of the draft in the 35th position.
Yeah, he's got a ton of nose damage there. He's gonna be feeling it. He's gonna be hurting, and hopefully he's far enough back in the pack. So if there is another caution, he won't be involved in it.
These guys are all over the place back here right now. This is a hornet's nest of cars, and we're looking at Blake Hewlett out of Rockford, Illinois. Again, he was last night's Contender Series winner. Let's see if he can make the unthinkable happen and go back-to-back and win them both.
And these super speedways, they're a wild card for sure. It doesn't necessarily matter if you start in the front or the back. It could be anybody's game. We'll see if Blake Hewlett can pull out a Cinderella story here and go back-to-back 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, well, let's jump up here. Take a look. Brian Cook up 5 positions since the start of this race into the 10th spot. Ripping the high line right now. Let's see if he can get that number 44 machine rolling. Oh, they're junking in the back, Joe. Oh, man. That was a hard hit there. Looks like the 10 involved. We got the 87 of Hewlett as well and some others. Let's see what happened. Here it is. Oh, man.
Bad push right there.
Looked like I believe that was the one of John Sheen potentially. Might have just killed him. See this one more time. Let's take a look and slow it down a bit. All right, so look, big checkup right there. You got the one of Sheen. I mean, he doesn't really have much time to react. And then just smokes the right rear there of the 87. Junks him into the 2 machine, and Connor Gerard isn't going to be happy. That 2 machine probably going to be eliminated from the paint scheme of the night now.
Yeah, but I mean, from Sheen's perspective, I mean, there's one way to increase your chances of winning, and that's to take everybody else out.
That's a good point. So let's do this one more time from on board here. And this is what John Sheen's thinking. He says, you know what? He's off pace. I'm just going to take him out, and wham, right hooks him. There you go. Well done, John. That's done. So our second caution of the night, looks like Garrett Wiles is your race leader. Let's see what these guys elect to want to do here, Joe, because according to my notes, they can only make it about 30 green flag laps or so of fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see if anybody wants to head down, top off, and be good the rest of the way for the stage.
Yeah, that is a good question here. I mean, lap 17 of 25, you can make it to the end of the stage, but then you've got the second stage to factor in there. So doesn't look like the guys in the front at least are going to come down and pit. We'll see who in the rear decides to come down and top off again.
Yeah, now, Joe, you got any plans this Saturday?
I do. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning to head up to Richmond with the camper, and I'll be attending the truck race and the cup race.
That is awesome. Well, folks, if you're at home and you don't have any plans, coming up this Saturday with our friends at BAC Casting and Drafting, they're going to be broadcasting and promoting the High Proof Showdown Saturday, August 15th. Race is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 75 laps around Talladega, $5 entry with hundreds of dollars of prizes. Scan that QR code on your screen to join here today while spots are still open.
Yeah, these special event races definitely a little bit more fun, a little bit more competitive. So if you're looking to get out there and be competitive, this would definitely be a race that you want to sign up for.
Absolutely. Well, Joe, we may as well take a quick break. Our fans can enjoy some of these beautiful quotes we have from some of the racers, quotes about Willie Smith. You'll see that in the bottom left of your screen on the side-by-side. But we'll be back here in just a bit. You're watching Average Joe's Sim Racing League action, the Willie Smith 250 here at Daytona. We'll be right back. We are back here at Daytona, second caution of the night, but we're going to have a stage break here in another 5 laps or so. So we're going to go green, have a 5 or 6 lap dash here to the stage finish. Nothing's changed up front. It's still Garrett Wiles, your race leader, electing to take that high lane.
Yeah, Blake, I don't think we're done with cautions. As we get down to the nitty-gritty here at the end of the stages, guys start to make some aggressive moves, and we could see the big one here on this restart.
Absolutely. We saw some of the people went down pit road, topped off on fuel, but a lot of them didn't. They can make it the rest of the way, obviously, in the stage, but some of them might be thinking, I'm just going to try to flip this stage. So it's going to get interesting here on what people want to do. It's Garrett Wiles on the top side, Corbett Raker on the bottom. As the pace car is in, Joe, take a screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, off your seat. We are back green flag racing here for the Willie Smith 250 at Daytona International Speedway.
Garrett Wiles, your race leader out front. You got Stephen Blevins second. Chad White into the third position, going into turn number 1. Uh-oh, we got a cameraman on the track, Joe. Beautiful shots here at Daytona as they are ripping it here with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. And Garrett Wiles dropping back here. Not a good start for him.
Now, losing positions is definitely not the way to go here on the super speedways, because that just means one thing: the other line's got more momentum than you do.
Oh, bottom lane's getting a run. Here comes Chad White getting a good shove there from Brian Cook. Down low, Stephen Blevins trying to make it work up top with Terrence Murphy on his back bumper.
Yeah, Terrence Murphy, he's got to watch out. He's got a lot of glizzies to gobble up tonight.
That is a good point. Let's hop on board. Look at the HMS TV nose cam with the glizzy gobbler. Terrence Murphy going to give a big shove there to the 51 machine of Blevins.
The top line's got the momentum going into the corner here, Blake.
Yeah, they can cover up here if they want, but they're going to stay up top here, and it looks like the 28 of Chad White's going to get a run here down low. Let's see if he can take over the top spot.
You can see the 44 all over the back bumper of Chad White there, trying to just push the absolute crap out of the number 28.
Big shove there out front. Chad White into the race lead thanks to a big shove from the 44. But, Joe, one thing to pay attention to in the next-gen cars is all about saving those temps here at Daytona, because these things get hot pretty quick when you're pushing that hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see some of these drivers kind of stick a quarter of the car out to either the top side or the bottom to get some air into that grill on the bottom, cool the radiator off, cool the motor down. And yeah, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As you stick out a little bit too far, you lose momentum and get absolutely ran through.
Yeah, it looks like Chad White officially leads that lap, so he is your race leader with Stephen Blevins, Brian Cook, Terrence Murphy, and Garrett Wiles rounding out your top 5. But a good run so far for Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams in this beautiful number 15 Wheel It Like Willie machine. Let's go down trackside, take a better look at it. Beautiful car there. That is the brother of the late Willie Smith, representing Willie there. Good to see that Trap House 15 machine running well here, sitting in the 5th spot out of Whitesburg, Kentucky.
Yeah, Blake, and Cinch McCoy wants to know in the YouTube chat if Westendorf will take home the 14th place trophy 2 weeks in a row. It's got to be a great accomplishment there if he can come away with that 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, you know, Cinch McCoy, he is always wondering who's running 14th, so that's something to watch. We got Jeffrey Petty right now in that 14th position. Just 2 laps left to go here in the stage. Really tough to get it, though, Joe, because here at Daytona, you know, it's hard to really count your positions when you're running 14th, so it's kind of a luck deal.
Yeah, as we get down, coming to 1 to go this time at the line, This is where it could get a little bit dicey.
Let's see how aggressive these guys get. We are paying out stage points at these stage breaks here, Joe, but do you risk junking your car for a couple points here in the first race of the year? My guess is you really shouldn't, but some guys will.
Yes, it's the risk versus reward, and there's going to be somebody that's going to do something to cause a wreck here. As you see, the 44 going down low, and Wiles tried to go around him on the outside, and that could have been nasty.
Oh, looks like the 51 and the 5 leave the 28 hung out to dry. They say, later, loser. They dip down to the bottom. Stephen Blevins takes over the race lead coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race for the stage win. Are they going to wad them up? Looking like they're good so far as they cross the line. It's going to be Stephen Blevins, your stage 1 winner.
And that went a whole lot more smoother than I thought it was going to be, but nice move there by Blevins, jumping down to the inside of Chad White and coming away with the stage win.
Well, Chad White just gave them the finger. He is not happy about getting hung out to dry, Joe.
Yeah, I don't blame him. But I'd rather have seen White take him out than give him the finger.
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be some payback. Chad White might just right hook him for hanging him out to dry and costing him a couple of stage points. But, Joe, let's take a quick break here as our drivers are catching the pace car. They're probably mostly going to head down pit road, top off on fuel, grab some tires, all that good stuff. You're watching the Willie Smith 250 here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Click that like button for us if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Share it with your friends and family. We got a long way left to go. We're in lap number 27 out of 100. See you in a minute. Oh, we are back here live. We got a new race leader, Clarence Bonner III, in that beautiful 99 machine, taking over the race lead. He did not pit, Joe. Last pit on lap number 8, so about 9 laps fewer in the tank for him.
Yeah, that's not quite sure that was the move. He must have some sort of strategy laid out for, when he wanted to pit. As I believe the number 33 of Ivy and the 87 of Hewlett all stayed out with Terrence Murphy winning the race off of pit road.
Yeah, in the second and third positions of Ivy and Hewlett, they pit on lap 17. Bonner out front, pit on lap 8, and everybody else on 27. So we're looking at quite a difference here in fuel for Bonner, but we'll see how this works out here, Joe. Pace cars in, field is set. It's Bonner on the inside, Ivy on the outside, into the radio, replay, restart zone, green flag, back in the air here at Daytona.
Yeah, Bonner might get lucky if a bunch of cautions start to come out and he can kind of save fuel, but we'll see how this thing plays out over the next few laps.
Here they come through turns 1 and 2. It's Douglas Ivy, your race leader out front. Oh, Ivy goes low, goes back high. He is not wanting to go low quite yet. Here's waiting for the bottom line to catch back up here. And looks like here they come.
Yeah, Wiles down to the inside, sees that momentum coming, wants to try and get in front of it and potentially go out, and Murphy into the back of the number 33 of Ivy almost sends him around.
Hop on board here, Garrett Wiles. He is the lead car on the bottom lane, getting a shove there from the 99 of Bonner as they are side by side. Douglas Ivy back into the race lead in that 33 machine.
Yeah, Bonner's got to be careful though with the pushing, being that he does have less fuel. So if he's 100% throttle, just trying to push Wiles out in front, he's going to do more harm than good to his fuel mileage.
Yeah, no, he should be able to make it at least, I'd say, another 10 laps on fuel. But again, it's really hard to tell. We've had a few cautions here and there, so hard to really track the fuel stuff. But we'll do our best at it here. But we're going to have a stage break in about 24 laps. I think everybody that pit under the caution is probably going to be good to go on fuel the rest of the way here. '91 with a run here down low. Douglas Ivy elects to stay up top with the glizzy gobbler of Terrence Murphy. Let's hop on board with him here in that number 5 machine. And looks like Wiles getting shuffled there into the middle.
They've got some lap traffic up in front of them. I believe that's going to be the number 17 of Jesse Graham. They're going to have some decisions to make. Looks like Graham going to stay high.
Well, if I'm Jesse Graham, I just turn left here in front of the field, Joe.
I mean, nothing to lose at this point.
He's going to do the right thing and stay up top, unfortunately. But Douglas Ivy, glad he did. He is out front, your race leader, getting a shove there from Terrence Murphy.
Yeah, they were 3 wide back there for a second as Chad White sneaks to the inside of Jesse Graham.
There's Chad White ripping it in the 12th position. But let's take a closer look at this number 4 machine of Justin McCurdy. I got to show him off a little bit because, Joe, he bought one of the HMS TV cinematography packages. And after this race, he's going to be getting some sick edited photos from HMS TV cinematography of this beautiful Nickelodeon Rugrats number 4 machine.
Yeah, this paint scheme takes me back to the childhood days, the Nickelodeon and Rugrats, man. That was that was all that I watched, so I know that's gonna hit home with a lot of millennials.
Absolutely. And folks, if you're interested in HMS TV cinematography services, check us out in our Discord. We got a whole channel for the cinematography stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff there, and I'm not just saying that, but check it out if you're interested. Nonetheless, we are still clean and green. The Ada, Oklahoma native, Justin McCurdy in the 9th position.
Still double file back from the front to the rear of the field.
Joe, I think
like
it's
anybody.
Sorry. Oh, I was going to say, I think it's time we take a look at the hard charger board. Douglas Ivy, your race leader. He's also your hard charger. Well, he just lost the lead, though.
I mean, still up 24 spots, from where he started. It's got to count for something. I'm pretty sure if he stays on the high line, they keep the momentum, he'll get his nose back out in front.
Don't look now. Blake Hewlett involved in an incident earlier on. Now he's into second. Last night's winner of the Contender Series again, like we said before, looking pretty good, up 22 positions. But like we mentioned, Joe, we got Ivy and Hewlett and Bonner, our top three right now. They're all shorter on fuel than everybody else.
And that just means they're going to have to pit together. That would probably be the smartest thing for them to do. Not sure it's going to be possible or if that's what each driver is thinking. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Now, Joe, if this thing somehow stays green through the whole entirety of stage number 2, I'm not sure that the field's going to make it on fuel, because I know they can make it about 30 green flag laps from what I heard, but, they all pit on lap 27, and they got to make it to lap 55, so the math isn't really mathing there, and we might be seeing some green flag stops here in the next handful of laps.
Well, forget about 2 wide. We're now 3 wide, mid-pack. The 91, the 94, Chad White in the number 28, as well as the number 7 of Brad G.
That 91, Garrett Wiles was out front, got shuffled back a bit. Well, right now he's in the 13th spot trying to make the middle lane go to work. And, these lanes are just kind of disappearing out of nowhere, Joe.
Yeah, as soon as guys realize the middle's really not working, they try and fit in where they can. Not always easy, but it looks like Chad White's going to back it up and get behind the number 80 there of Day.
It's been a fairly clean race, knock on wood, Joe, so far. We've had a couple of cautions, but really nothing too crazy quite yet. But still early here. We're not even halfway done at Daytona. 100 laps here tonight. We're just on lap 37.
Yeah, 3 cautions in 30 laps. Not terrible. I've seen a whole lot worse. But I agree, Blake. For the most part, it has been clean and it's been green as Ivy gets ready to lead the lap number 37.
Let's take a look at your lap leaderboard here. We got Brian Day. He's led 9 laps, currently back in 17th. You got Stephen Blevins, Garrett Wiles, Douglas Ivy all up there on the board, as well as Bonner, White, and Brzezowski have all led laps here tonight at Daytona.
A lot of drivers getting a chance to get some bonus points for leading a lap. We'll see who wins the most laps here tonight at Daytona, and hopefully that driver can come away with the win.
Jeffrey Smith in the chat is pulling for McCurdy. McCurdy drives Iron Skulls, he says, so he thinks he can win it. So we'll keep an eye on that Ford machine for sure, as Douglas Ivy is battling with the 99 of Bonner for the top spot. But again, just a matter of time. Bonner, he last pit on lap number 8. He's got to be running low.
Yeah, and if he ends up having a pit by himself, he's going to be in a world of trouble.
And the bad news for him, 2 others stayed out with him, but they both pit on lap 17, about 9 laps later than him. So I don't know if they're going to want to play nice and pit with him. If I'm them, probably not. But then again, maybe it would be smart, though, for Douglas Ivy to at least have somebody to pit with. Him, Hewlett, and the 99 can all go down. So we'll see here as a 99. He's heading right now all by himself, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like he was a little bit sideways on pit road as well.
Slide job. Well, he better hope for a caution.
Yeah, talk about adding insult to injury. It's one thing to pit by yourself, but then to send it end over end in pit road, he's going to lose a bunch of time there.
Well, the good news, Joe, he did not get a black flag, and he didn't hit the wall or anything, so he's still good to go, but he's definitely going to be off pace and have no draft help. But right now, here comes Blake Hewlett into the race lead, the 87, out of Rockford, Illinois, out front.
Hewlett with the Iron Skulls paint scheme, a little patriotic themed, with the soldier and the flag right there.
Hewlett out front here. We got Raker second, Brian Cook sitting in third, and now Douglas Ivy has to start thinking, when do I head down pit road again? Last pit on lap 17, so he's only probably got another 5 to 7 laps left in him, I'd say.
Yeah, with him being on that top, in the first position on the top line, he's going to be burning a lot more fuel than the guys behind him.
And the only other one on the same strategy is Blake Hewlett. So if he's smart, he'll try to get with Hewlett here and at least pit with somebody. I mean, you really don't want to pit with 2 cars. You want more, but I mean, that's really all they got.
It looks like Ivy might be, he's either trying to side draft or he's looking for a hole to get down to the bottom. You see him kind of come down, checking every now and then as the 99.
One down a lap already.
Yeah.
Well, bad news for him now. He better hope he can maybe get a lucky dog or something. He's going to drop all the way to the back of this pack, and I believe there are some others a lap down, so not sure how that's going to work out here for him, but nonetheless, we're clean and green. 14 laps left to go here in stage number 2.
Bottom line looks a little bit more put together than the top. They've got a little bit more momentum. We'll see how long they're able to hold that line together and see if they can't get a few more cars out in front.
We are ripping it here. We may get a green to checkered stage number 2 here if they keep it up here, Joe. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Check
coming
out the
to that's a nice shot right there as we're almost at the end of the runway here, stage number 2. Not quite sure that Hewlett's going to have enough fuel to make it to the end.
At this point, again, if we stay green, I don't think anybody's going to make it to the end of the stage unless you were saving big time. I don't even know if you can save that much, but nonetheless, we'll just have to wait and find out. It's 12 laps left to go here in the stage. It's Hewlett, Raker, Cook, McCurdy, and Ivy, your top 5. Haven't heard much from the 45 here tonight, Joe. Austin Guerrero, beautiful looking car. Let's go take the drone down and take a closer look.
Sporting the orange monster as opposed to the green. Everybody, seems to choose the green monster. It's pretty cool to see him choose the off flavor Monster Energy.
Yeah, orange dreamsicle. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. I do like that new blue one they have. Electric something, I think it's called. I don't remember, but definitely something that everybody should try. And there it is right there on the back of his car. We got some chatter on the radio here, Joe. Unhappy camper. John Sheen is not happy. Let's see what's going on with John Sheen. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, same, Ryan. I didn't see it coming, buddy. My bad.
Hey, Boner, can you give me some room to avoid that, please?
There you go. John Sheen not happy.
Yeah, you can hear the frustration, and I feel his pain. I really do.
I don't.
You got Hewlett and Ivy coming down pit road together.
There they are. Ivy and Hewlett both down pit road, and bad news, Blake Hewlett, black flag, Joe, for cheating.
Yeah, it's almost like he took a page out of John Sheen's book from the from the Gen 6 season.
Absolutely. John Sheen known for cheating in the Gen 6s. Well, Stephen Blevins, your race leader, but here comes that 45 Orange Dreamsicle Monster Machine down low. Austin Guerrero out of Lima, Ohio. And Joe, I saw a TikTok last week. It was this guy, he was trying like the worst restaurants in America. And there was some Asian restaurant in Lima, Ohio. And I asked Austin if he's eaten there before. He said no comment.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear anybody eat at one of the worst restaurants.
Well, nonetheless, he's out front though. Your race leader, they call him the wreck magnet, Austin Guerrero. Let's see if he can avoid the wrecks here tonight.
I wonder if there's any relation to Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna have to ask him that. You know, if he wins this race, write that down, Joe. We'll interview him and ask him.
Absolutely, I won't forget that name.
Nonetheless, Corbett Raker sitting in second. And again, I don't know how these guys are going to be sitting on fuel, Joe. I know all of them aren't going to make it. I'd say most of them don't, if not any of them. We got 8 to go. Brian Matthews finds himself in the 10th position out of Winter Garden, Florida. Brian always has good-looking schemes. Let's see what he's rocking here tonight, Joe.
And Buffalo Trace.
There
Put
it
some
is.
of that in a cup with some sour mix, and you've got yourself an awesome drink.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever tried it, Joe. What's it taste like?
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a spiked lemonade. The sour mix is a little sweet, a little spicy, so almost like a jalapeno lemonade type of thing going on there.
I always thought Brian Matthews was more of a White Claw type of guy. I didn't expect him to be drinking the Buffalo Trace.
You're just hiding behind the shadow. That's all that was.
Still clean and green here. Austin Guerrero out front. Good race so far for Brian Cook. He's sitting in third. And bad news, Douglas Ivey goes a lap down because his help down pit road got the black flag, so it cost him too.
And you see Ivy just kind of getting out of the way. Can't say I agree or disagree with that strategy. I mean, it could have been smart for him to just kind of stay out in front of the number 51 and try and get a push and stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Some...
It's definitely a tough call. You know, you're going so much slower. You don't want to risk wrecking everybody, but nonetheless, you know, still a long ways to go. Ivy should be in position to get that lucky dog spot, but we'll find out here. 6 to go. Do any of these guys go down pit road, or are they all going to try to stretch it?
I think a few guys might be able to stretch it if you're running mid-pack or towards the rear. But we'll see, as we've just got about 6 laps to 5 at the line next time by.
Still Guerrero out front. 5 laps remain here in the stage. And again, appreciate everybody watching here tonight. We got 36 fans right now tuned in. If you haven't done it, click that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, send us some jewels, you know, fun stuff you can do there. As Guerrero leads the pack, Garrett Wiles back up to 4th. Joe, he's kind of been all over. We've seen him up front. We've seen him drop back, and we got one off pace here a little bit further back.
That's going to be the 99 of Bonner.
Could have been a lot worse for him. He keeps it rolling, though, thankfully. We might get, again, a green to checkered run here in Stage 2. These guys proven they can do it here with 38 cars signed in tonight. More lap traffic. It's Blake Hewlett going, I believe that's his 2nd or 3rd lap down.
And it looks like we've got 2 takers down pit road. Nolan McClurg and Ryan McClurg.
Your pick to win, the 43, kind of been a non-factor so far, Joe. Hopefully that's the strategy here tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how McClurg decides to play this one out. It's not a bad idea to just, you know, play your cards right and just hang out and go for a little stroll and then make a push forward towards the end. So,
and one thing I'm not sure if they do it, I assume they do, but most leagues they end up closing the pits with 2 to go, Joe. So if you're pushing it on fuel, you might want to think about it, because a lot of guys, Joe, they make it to the end of the stage and they don't think about the 2 caution laps. They got to rip around and then they run out.
yeah, and if that's the case, that's not going to be a bad strategy for the McClurg brothers coming down together. Might just rejoin the pack on the lead lap.
Well, Joe, I got breaking news. Scott Joins has just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Congratulations, Scott.
And we definitely appreciate all the likes and subscribes here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
Yeah,
if you want to support the channel more, hit that join button.
There you go.
And support the stream.
We got in the chat, Jeffrey Smith. He's pulling for Hoggett. Let's see how Hoggett's doing. We haven't really heard much from him since the start of this race here tonight. Not very good, Joe, I'll just say. 00 struggling here tonight, 29th.
Yeah, off pace. He's got a few cars within the draft, but they're going to have to wait for the stage caution to catch back up.
It looks like these guys are going to try to make it the rest of the way on fuel, and I don't know, I guess they're going to be able to because there's a lot of people that haven't pit, basically the whole field. Let's see how antsy these guys get, how bad they want these stage points. We're coming up on some lap traffic, and we're 3 wide. Really nowhere for these guys to go, Joe. What's going to happen?
Yeah, this is not good, to say the least. You've got not one but 2 cars on the high line, and they're 3 wide behind them. So everybody's going to be scrambling to try and tuck down in, so they avoid these 2 cars on the top. As it looks like Chad White just going to tuck in behind them.
There we go. Looks like they're able to make it here, but last lap around. This is the final trip of stage number 2. We got a green to checkered stage here going to happen. It's Guerrero on the inside, Blevins on the outside. Who's going to take home the stage?
Yeah, Blevins going to be looking to sweep the stages here on the high side. Come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Blevins out in front with Murphy behind him, giving him a push.
Well done, Stephen Blevins. You don't see that too often, sweeping the stages at Daytona, especially in the next gen, Joe. I mean, it happened back in the old days, but you don't see it anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all. So definitely some good strategy there by the number 51 machine of Blevins. And Guerrero coming away in 3rd in the stage.
Well done. Now, one thing to watch, I heard something over the radio. There might be some people running out of fuel. Again, I said, Joe, a lot of guys, they're like, oh, I can make it to the end of the stage, and they don't think about the pace laps you got to do after.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to make it around to the pits. Going to have to do 1 complete lap under caution before you can pit.
Terrence
Murphy's spinning out, just jumping to the pits.
And look at this. It looks like Stephen Blevins has to pit before he catches a pace car as well. So that's going to drop him to the rear, or I assume that's going to be a black flag. I don't see a black flag, though. Oh, hang on, Joe. Stop what you're doing. $20 super chat from Jeffrey Smith.
Yeah, I believe I did see a black flag pop up for Blevins with an end-of-line penalty.
We are back here at Daytona. Brian Matthews takes over the race lead. Stephen Blevins sweeps the stages, but he ran out of fuel and had to pit early. Joe got an EOL. He's going to be starting in the back.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and take the penalty. But with him finding a way up front to win both of the stages here tonight, I don't think he'll have too much of a hard time getting back up to the front, but he's got all those lap cars he's going to have to start behind. So they just might fall off the pace rather quickly. So Blevins going to have to figure something out if he wants to get back up to the front.
I'm sure it was well worth it here. And real quick, Joe, let's pull him up here into the booth after sweeping the stages. Stephen Blevins, let's get him in here. Stephen, Blake, and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Hey, you end up sweeping the stages. Looks like you ran out of fuel a little bit, had to take the black flag, but it seemed like it was worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it for the points now. Had to go for it and get points early. So we've got a long race season ahead of us.
Absolutely. I mean, it has to feel good starting it off with 20 points before we even get to the checkered flag. Now, what's the strategy in the back other than trying not to get wrecked?
I don't know, survive. Get back up there so we can see if we can take this thing home.
All right, Joe, what are you seeing out of the 51 here tonight?
Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of speed out of the 51 tonight. So Steven, just going to be a patience thing, I'm assuming. But we'll look forward to hopefully talking to you at the end of the race for a podium spot, if not a win.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome, man. Stick with the teammates, see if we can get this done.
All right, good
Awesome.
luck, Steven.
Thanks, guys.
Stephen Blevins sending him back down to his team. He has got some work to do. You know, the strategy looks good so far, Joe, but at the end of the day, it's risky when you're in the back of the pack, and if he gets involved in a wreck, it may not be so worth it.
Yeah, if the wrecks happen far enough in front of him, he should be able to avoid them. But, as I said earlier, it's a 50-50. It's a gamble whether you're in the front or the rear, when the wrecks come out. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But hopefully Blevins can stay out of trouble, work his way back up to the front. As these guys up front, we've got a new starting 10 with Matthews going to have control here on this restart. And you've got Harrington. We haven't heard much of him tonight besides the early wreck. He'll be starting in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, interesting for sure. Harrington last season, we heard a lot about him. He was just winning every week. I think he ended up winning 9 or 10 races and the championship, of course. Is he going to start off a new season with another win? I'm sure the drivers would be sick and tired of him if he did it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure that, Harrington would love to go back-to-back with season championships. But now that they're in a new car, it's going to be a little bit of a different game as – the Gen 6 car and the next-gen car drive completely different. So some of these tracks where, you can make a lot of passes in the Gen 6 car, you might not be able to make them in the next-gen cars. The dirty air plays a huge factor at these mile-and-a-half tracks.
Yeah, well, the good news is, Joe, we're not at a mile and a half.
You are correct. You are correct.
Well, hey, we're lined up, ready to roll, and it's interesting. Stephen Blevins, he sweeps the stages, so it sounds like he's dominated this race. He really hasn't, Joe. He's only led 8 laps, but just right time, right place.
Yeah, there's only one lap that matters, or in this case, 3 for the stages, and it's that final lap of the stage or of the race.
Well said, Joe. But field's racked up and ready to roll. Brian Matthews, your race leader. He's starting on that high line. You got Garrett Wiles on the bottom here, right beside him. Pace car's heading in. Joe, take a screen.
Pace car getting ready to take that hard left turn onto pit road. It's going to be the number 77 of Matthews with control as they approach the restart zone. And we are green.
Green flag in the air. Barney waving that flag like his life depends on it. Heading into turn number 1, it is Matthews out front.
Yeah, Matthews and Harrington both got a good jump, but the number 9 of Mackey did not. They've got some separation. They're going to have to wait for the pack to catch up to them so they can generate some momentum.
Wiles out front getting a shove from the 15 machine of Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams as Matthews takes back the race lead up top.
Look at the number 80 of Dave trying to make a move on the high side. Trying to push the 97 down to the middle.
Boy, Day is wanting to take him 3 wide, and he had no help, and now he's going to pay the price, Joe. Got a little greedy there, and now he's dropping
Oh, we got
the
a
ball.
wreck.
Oh. Well, the 80 got a little antsy there, unfortunately, and I think that's what caused that one, Joe. But let's take a look. Jeffrey Petty involved. Here it is. So up top, oh, the 80 just comes down to right, hooks him. Oh, my goodness, that looked intentional.
Yeah, it looks like the number 80 of Day was just wanted to figure something out. He saw he was losing position, so he just decided to go ahead and bring a caution out so he can re-rack it and
wow,
do it again. You can see he's just going to come right down here and turn the steering wheel left right into the 24 of Petty.
Man, he said, you know what? If you aren't going to let me in, I'm going to right hook you. And Jeffrey Petty pays the price from Adrenaline Racing, gets right hooked into the fence, and that brings out another caution.
Yeah, Jonathan Day didn't care who it was going into the wall. He said somebody's going in that wall.
And Day's rolling up, giving everybody the finger that hung him out to dry. He is not happy, and others are paying the price here in lap number 62 of the Willie Smith Memorial, or I'm sorry, the Willie Smith 250. Well, Joe, we may as well take just a short break here. Gather yourself an ice-cold beverage. Maybe I'll go get me a Guinness, you know, thanks to the generous donation of Jeffrey Smith. I can afford a Guinness now, so I'm going to go grab one. Be right back. We are back here at Daytona, your race leaders. Still that 77 machine, Brian Matthews, but you got Michael Harrington has inserted himself into the chat here, Joe. He's going to be restarting on the high line. So it's Harrington on the outside, Matthews on the inside here of row number 1. It's our 5th caution of the night. Not too shabby here on lap number 64. Still have 36 laps remaining. Let's see how this one plays out. We're going to have to pit at least one more time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Is now the field is just completely shaken up. A lot of the guys that were running, you know, mid to rear of the pack now up in the front. And number 51 of Blevins made some headway. He's going to be starting on the inside up to 22nd after restarting 34th last time around.
And we'll pace cars in. Field set. Green flag in the air. Brian Matthews with a black flag. I think it might get cleared. He should have been the leader. We'll wait and make sure, though, as we are clean and green. It's Harrington up top, getting a shove from the 9 machine of Mackey.
And Matthews coming up a little bit to side draft, slow down Harrington. Not going to work, though. His top line's got a lot of momentum off the corner.
Still clean and green, and I'm still seeing that black flag right now. Hasn't been cleared yet. I assume he was the leader there heading into that one, but I'm not 100% as the 9 machine Mackey goes into the wall. Oh, and then look at that. There he goes down pit road. That is the 77. He was not cleared that black flag, so he's going to have to serve it. Brian Matthews, black flag into the pits. Big
now
move
we've
there.
got the number 91 of Wiles and the 8 of Harrington battling for the lead as Harrington gets a full car length clear of the 91.
Going to get a shove there from Adams on the bottom line, but here comes the top lane. That's the 91 of Wiles and the 9 of Mackey up top, while the 15 of Adams tries to give the 8 a shove. "45 fans tuned in right now. We're clean and green heading into lap number 67, Joe. 6-7.
6-7.
And you know what, Joe? I'm going to have to send some jewels now that it's, it's lap 67. It's kind of a celebratory lap here.
Got to do it.
Let's hop on board here. The Wiles is these guys getting a little bit antsy, door banging each other down the backstretch.
Yeah, it's a tight battle as these guys are 2x2, the top 20 cars. 91 coming down the side draft on the number 8. Gets his nose out in front, now broken the momentum of that bottom line. Top line's got it coming out of turn number 4 across the line.
And Joe, we're starting to see these guys get a little bit more aggressive here. You can tell we're getting down to the end of this race. Just 30 laps left to go about.
Yeah, 91 and 44 are going to go down to the bottom. The 44 sees the momentum that the top line's gaining. Going to try and get in front of it.
Jesse Becker just sent 67 joules. 6-7. There's another thing I'm sending right there. Take a look in your chat, folks. But if you want to send some joules, everybody should have free joules they can send if you haven't used them yet on the YouTube app. You have to be on your mobile app. You just click that purple-looking gift button to the right of the chat, and you can send some joules. You may as well send them to HMS TV. I mean, they're free at first, right?
Yeah, anything helps the stream out. So if you've got it, you want to help out Hutchison Motorsports TV, definitely send those jewels.
And meanwhile, the 9 machine of Chris Mackey has taken over the race lead, but not for long. A big run from that 91 of Garrett Wiles. He looks to take it back on the outside line. Some more jewels sent by Jesse Becker. Appreciate you, Jesse. But how about this 97, Nate Berzowski? Haven't seen much of him here tonight. He is up there with his teammate of Chris Mackey on the bottom line. Oh, Mackey just junked him. Oh, my goodness. Caution is out. The big one's happening.
Wow.
That was on Chris Mackey there. He just flat out junked the poor guy, and it is a parking lot here heading into the tri-oval. Man, oh, man.
That's about 25, 26 cars all involved in that wreck. I don't believe anybody got away scot-free.
God, it looks like the whole field involved essentially, but let's try to find where this all began. We know it started with that 9 machine of Chris Mackey. Let's rewind this here, Joe, and try to dissect this a little bit. So here it is. So take a look here. They're door to door. Mackey just comes up and doors the 91, and there you go. Just after that, it's just pure madness.
Yeah, you know, I looking at that replay, there's one driver that did get away scot-free, and that was the number 51 of Blevins as he gets up into the top 10.
Looked like the 8 made it by 2 here. We'll look at Michael Harrington. He gets by. Yeah, he's really good. Everybody else, though, not as good. Well, nonetheless, you know, this is our 6th caution of the night. That was our first big one, Joe. Michael Harrington, your race leader, and Brad G just asked a question here on the, I thought he was talking to me, but he's talking to Blake Hewlett. Listen into this.
Hey, Blake, how's my car look?
I was about to answer him, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Tell him it looks fine.
Yeah, Brad G, it looks fine.
That's always, anytime I'm in an official and somebody says, hey, how's my bumper look? You've got a ton of nose damage, man. You might want to pit and get that fixed.
I've done that too. And then they go down pit road, Joe, and there is no damage on that thing. But looks like everybody down pit road here, Joe.
Tell them to file a protest.
Yeah, with the whole field down pit road, Ryan McClurg, he's trying to stay out here, Joe. He wants to win you this race.
A little off strategy there for McClurg. Let's see if it pays off. 29 laps to go.
Well, the good news, Ryan McClurg, he just pit on lap 62, so just 8 laps ago. I don't know. This might be a pretty good strategy. I don't think he can make it. He's still going to have to take a splash of fuel. And everybody else, though, they're going to be good to go on fuel the rest of the way.
Yeah, there's one thing that will save him, and that's more cautions. I've seen it done. Stranger things have happened.
Absolutely. Well, folks, before we get back going, we want to send you a quick message. We'll be right back in probably about 30 seconds to a minute. So don't you go anywhere. Click the like button. Send us some jewels. All that good stuff. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's NASCAR driver Matt DiBenedetto, and you are watching Hutchinson Motorsports TV, America's #1 iRacing broadcast service. So be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube today. It'll be the best decision you've ever made, so you can watch us sim racers go at it on the track.
We are back here at Daytona, and everything has been flipped upside down because the whole field was just junked. But Ryan McClurg, he stays out there. Again, last pit on lap 62. Everybody else pit on lap 70. So they're going to be cutting it close on fuel, but I'm pretty sure they'll be able to make it. But Michael Harrington, he's essentially going to be your race leader on the strategy where you can make it the rest of the way.
And it's going to be rather difficult if it stays green for McClurg. And be coming down to the wire for everybody else. Might need to take a splash of fuel, might not. But we'll see how this thing plays out, especially, I mean, if we get a caution late in the race and, you know, you expect a green-white checker, there's definitely going to be some pitting for fuel.
You know, looking back, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, Joe, but the 43 of McClurg, this is really just a losing strategy. There's really no scenario where this works out for him. I mean, best case scenario, he gets a caution and can pit, but he's going to have to drop to the back anyway, so he just would have been better off pitting with the field, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it pays off for the number 43 machine tonight. Yeah, Blake, doesn't look promising for him. But like I said earlier, stranger things have happened, although it doesn't look too promising for the number 43. As the pace car dives down off of pit road, McClurg with control into the restart zone, and we're back green flag racing here.
Green flag in the air, lap number 73. Just 28 laps remain. It's McClurg out front, but Michael Harrington, no stranger to victory lane, looks down to the bottom to take back the top spot.
Yeah, Harrington making it look a little too easy there, but McClurg fighting back, but some momentum and some help behind him from the 49 and the number 51 of Blevins.
And don't look now, the one machine, John Sheen, that's the teammate of Michael Harrington, is right on his back bumper, and the 43 makes a block there from Judge John Mathis, and you better be careful if you block the judge. You might get sentenced to a right hook into the fence, Joe. Bill G, 4488, just subscribed to HMS TV. Congratulations, Bill. McClurg's still out front, Joe.
He is. He's got help from Blevins now. Blevins up into the third spot. After having to fall back to the rear of the field, we knew he was going to get back up there, just didn't know it was going to be that quick.
Clean and green for now, but these guys are pretty antsy, Joe, and I'm going to guess we're not only seeing at least one more caution, we're probably seeing at least a couple.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bobbing and weaving on that bottom line, especially from the 11 car of Akari King Wright. He does have a little bit of nose damage, though, so he wants to definitely stay in the draft and keep as much air off of that nose as he possibly can.
Yeah, the Castro Valley, California native Akari King Wright, and rumor has it, Joe, I heard next week he's making a special appearance for the Contender Series to help broadcast that series next week on Wednesday. So be sure to check out the Contender Series broadcast. You can get the information in the Average Joe's Discord. Judge John Mathis out front. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say, anytime you get a chance to come back and watch the Average Joes on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, I would definitely take that. So definitely check in next Wednesday night for the Contender Series.
Big shove up top. That's Trap House Racing, the 8 machine of Harrington, getting a shove from his buddy and teammate of John Sheen. 1-2 Trap House out front.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how much of a factor that damage on Akari King Wright is playing in his ability to push. As you see, the two Trap House drivers able to make easy work, both getting out to the front, controlling both lanes.
Now, one thing just to pay attention to, Joe, we know these guys are cutting it close on fuel. If this somehow stays clean and green, I don't know if you can make it keeping it floored the whole way. You're going to need to save some, and you're not saving any when you're out front, pedal to the middle.
No, absolutely not. So we'll see just exactly how it plays out for these two front runners right now, and especially for the number 43 McClurg as the 33 goes around.
47 right hook.
Up into the wall.
Oh, yeah. Well, we knew that was coming, Joe, and a handful of cars available, and the 45 goes down and side swipes the 28 as well.
Yeah, arc brake from hell from the 99 right there.
Oh. Well, I'm not even sure where to really start with all this. We know Michael Weaver involved, so let's go back to here. Take a look here. So it's already started. We know Douglas Ivey involved. Let's rewind this and take a look at poor Douglas Ivey. It looked like he might have just got junked. Here it is. All right, Joe. Oh, no, yeah. He comes up and then comes down in front of the 77, and then the 47 gets right hooked by the 7 as well. So just all kinds of madness happening there.
Yeah, if you can stick on that wreck for just a second and take a look at Guerrero there. Guerrero must have figured something out after that wreck. After he got turned around, he just decided he was going to continue in reverse.
Well, here we go. Let's take a look here, Joe. I think you pointed this out. Let's hop on board here. Austin Guerrero. You see him wrecking right there. Guerrero, no idea where to go. Really nothing he could have done. Tries to check up. Ends up getting turned around right here. And then he says, you know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Keeps it in reverse. Well done.
Yeah, that's one way to pace lap. I don't think I know there's rules about going backwards on the track in the opposite direction, but I don't know if there's any rules about going in reverse on the track.
Well, someone in the chat asking if the 00 made it through. I don't know, Joe. Let's check it out one more time for our good friend in the chat here. See the 00 of Brad Hoggett here. We're on board with them. Here they are wrecking. Does the 00 make it through without damage? Oh, made it through the first one. One more car to get around. Looks like he did it, Joe. Well done.
Yeah, excellent job. And they came to a halt right in front of him, so definitely some good awareness there as they're yeah, 00 making it through. I thought they were still wrecking, but didn't realize we were still in the replay. That's my fault.
Oh, no. And then you mentioned an ARCA brake from the 99. Let's hop on board and see if that's true. Oh, well, kind of.
Yeah, he didn't see it to the last minute.
I'd say
really nowhere for him to
he
go.
definitely could have checked up a little bit more, but I mean, we've definitely seen worse on the channel. So, caution's out. Again, this is going to make it where everybody can make it on fuel for sure now. It's Harrington out front, Sheen in second. You got Mathis Blevins and Akari King Wright up to fifth. Started 35th, Joe.
Yeah, McClure came down for fuel. Didn't come out too bad. Came out in 13th. So he fell back from about 3rd to 13th after pitting. Looks like most of the field behind him pitted as well. But look at that nose damage for the number 11 of Akari King Wright. That's no good. I mean, you don't if you make a move to the outside for the lead and your car is just going to slow down tremendously.
Yeah, and if you're if you see that 11 behind you, that's not really who you want pushing you. So we'll keep an eye on that 11 machine. But looked like he drove straight into a light pole, Joe.
Yeah, or a flag pole, something.
Yeah, definitely hit something hard there, unfortunately. But, hey, he's looking pretty good in the 5th position. Should be able to bring home a good finish. But, hey, your good buddy, the Canadian, Jonathan Dominic's up to 9th, sitting in the top 10.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about patience. You know, Dominic's didn't have the best qualifying, started mid-pack towards the rear of the field. And, you know, sometimes it's just about survival. And that, you know, can ultimately get you up front and put you in contention for top 10, top 5, or a win.
Yeah, we got Chili Pop on the car here. Cold Stream, whatever the hell that is. Must be some Canadian stuff or something, Joe.
Yeah, it might be the Canadian version of Cold Stone. Who knows?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's kind of like the Tim Hortons of Cold Stone. Not a bad looking car.
Looks like it's a distillery, according to Google. Yeah, distillery in Antigonish, Nova Scotia.
Oh, of course. Well, good to know. I didn't know they actually drank alcohol up in Canada. I thought they had none.
Yeah, maybe you could use that $20 that Jeffrey Smith sent and have it imported.
Yeah. Hey, Jeffrey, if you want to send some more and cover a trip to Nova Scotia, maybe me and Joe can check out that brewery.
And sadly, I don't even think that $20 will cover the customs fee.
No. And once you transfer it over to Canadian pesos, Joe, I mean, we're basically looking at pennies. So we're not going to do that. But the field's racked up, ready to roll. We're going green this time, it looks like. You got Harrington on the inside, Sheen on the outside. You're probably going to see some trickery here on this restart so they can get lined back up with one another as they are teammates side by side.
Yeah, but I don't think the 49 or the 51 are going to want to have any part of that. So I think they're both going to try and not let that happen. But we'll see here on this restart.
We will see. Pace cars in. Field is set. Radio replay. Restart zone. Green flag into the air once again here in Daytona.
And the 49 of Judge Mathis got out to a really good restart right up to the bumper of Harrington.
Through turns 1 and 2. Door to door. Harrington and Sheen out front off of turn 2.
Yeah, I do believe now that they're out in front, both in a separate line, they might try and control the pace. But you can see Blevins there all over the bumper of the number 1 of John Sheen.
I'm kind of surprised. Oh, no. Oh, that was close. I was about to say, I'm kind of surprised the one hasn't gone down in front of his teammate yet, and he goes late and almost gets hooked, but hey, he's good to go and still out front.
Yeah, Blevins has to watch out for the late block, but he got there too quick, so Sheen and Harrington didn't have a chance to go up and block.
We haven't seen much of this guy, but in the third position right now, it's the 6 machine of Terry Vincent. This is a unique looking car, definitely something different here. Let's take a closer look real quick.
Yeah, the number 6 of Vincent looks like he's just going to ride that wave. Kitty Hawk Kites. That's Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Caution is out, Joe. Let's try to find what happened here. Hunter Haskell involved in an incident. Here it is. Whoa. Oh my gosh, he just gets smoked. Ooh. Poor guy can't catch a break here tonight out of Astor, Florida. Just gets flat out dumped. Man.
Yeah, not a good night for him in his debut here in the Average Joe Sim Racing League.
Well, I guess it could be a little worse. He's still out there at least. But nonetheless, John Sheen now your race leader. You got Stephen Blevins second, Michael Harrington third, followed by Terry Vincent and Judge John Mathis rounding out your top 5. But, Joe, we're running out of laps. 18 left to go this next time around.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely dicey here in these closing laps of the race. Everybody wants to get that track position, stay out in front as long as they can. We're probably going to see some late blocks come, which could potentially cause another big wreck here with just 18 laps to go here in the Willie Smith 250.
And I think you're definitely going to see John Sheen elect to choose the bottom lane here so he can be bumper to bumper with his teammate of Harrington, unless, well, hang on, Harrington making a pass. Not sure if he scored in third or second. I think he's in third.
Oh, he just gave Blevins the finger.
Oh, my, wow. Okay, we have to go to break, Joe. This is uncalled for. We'll be right back, folks. We are back here at Daytona. It's John Sheen, your race leader. And Joe, I mean, everything's out the window right now, but who do you think is the favorite heading into these final 17 or so laps?
Man, well, I definitely think that that Blevins has got a good shot at sweeping all the stages and coming away with the win here, but he's got some competition here with the two Trap House guys up front. But I think Blevins might come away with the win here tonight.
Yeah, well, we're racked up and ready to roll. Blevins going to be on the outside. Well, the bad news for Blevins, though, Joe, he's fighting Trap House teammates lined up 1-2 on the inside line. So it's going to be Sheen out front with his good friend of Harrington right behind him.
Yeah, Blevins is going to want to make really good friends with the number 6 of Terry Vincent. Because he's going to be his help, and he's going to be the one that will could potentially push him to the lead, if not the win.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see what happens, and don't count out this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, the Glizzy Gobbler of Terrence Murphy has worked himself up into the 8th position, going to be restarting in the 4th row outside. But we're lined up, ready to roll. This is the 8th caution of the evening. See if it's going to be the last one. My guess is it's not, but hey, we'll find out. We're ready to get things going, Joe.
Yeah, Daytona, again, always has the recipe for a lot of wrecks. Fortunately, a lot of guys able to stay out of them, and a few of those guys are up in the front right now, so anything is possible. And especially if you're, the Glizzy Gobbler, if you back up enough and they wreck on the last lap, you could just steal the show.
Absolutely. You could snag yourself a Glizzy into victory lane, but Fields racked up, ready to roll. Pace car is headed into the radio replay restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Willie Smith 250 is underway again.
A good restart by the teammates there on the bottom. Same for Blevins and Vincent, but they got to wait for some help so they can build some momentum. You can see the bottom line has a little bit more of the advantage with 4 cars as opposed to 2.
Joe, seeing this 49 machine makes me want to go get some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, though.
Yeah, that they have you ever had the Cinnamon Toast breakfast bars? Those things are awesome.
Oh, actually, I think I have. It's been a while, but yeah, no, it's a good idea. I'm going to have to get me some of those sometime. Meanwhile, the Canadian, though, of Jonathan Dominics out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, into the top 10. Let's see if Dominics can steal the win here tonight, all the way from up north in Canada.
They've got 2 cars stuck in the middle in the vacuum there. We'll see if they get some help as we're on board here with Jonathan Dominics up behind the 24.
Let's go out front here. Looks like Stephen Blevins got a great push from his buddy Terry Vincent and takes over the top spot, and we are still clean and green. 15 left to go. Blevins out front.
You can see all that momentum the Highline got. As you see the 6, Terry Vincent making a move down to the bottom. He's got his nose out in front, currently the leader.
Side by side, going to be a drag race to the line. Looks like Blevins going to hold on to the race lead as he gets a shove from Terrence Murphy. Oh, they're wrecking, Joe. Oh, my. He's dead.
He sure is. A card king right into the wall again, adding to that front end damage he's got. Oh, and he just goes and sends the 91 around as well.
And now he's trying to hit some others. He's trying to hit everybody. He doesn't care about a soul out there.
Yeah, he said, my race is over, so is yours.
Well, let's see what happened here, Joe. Akari King Wright, he just comes up and flat out dumps the 32. That is not a good move. Akari has done much better than that. He did deservingly get right hooked, though, by the 87 of Blake Hewlett. And then right here is my favorite part.
Boom.
Right there. And then right here, he tries to take out more with him. The 2's like, what the hell are you doing? There you have it. So who else is involved? It looks like Tom Frida's involved as well. Here he is. Oh, he's the one that got hooked there. And then he goes straight up into the track, collects the 33, of course, and a couple others. So caution number 9 out, Joe.
Yeah, and Hewlett involved in that as well.
Well, Stephen Blevins out front, feeling good. Terrence Murphy sitting in second. And then Terry Vincent has worked himself into third. But let's take a look at your hard chargers here so far. Fred Chase up into the 15th position. 21 spots gained so far.
Yeah, pretty impressive by Chase. Get himself up into the top 15. But the question is going to be, who does Blevins want to have push him? Does he want Vincent or Petty pushing him? Because he's going to ultimately decide which one of those drivers is his help on the restart.
Yeah, true. It really just comes down to who's better behind. And I don't know. I mean, he had a good jump there with the 6 of Vincent last restart. So we'll see if he remembers that and elects to take him again.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 6 in one, half dozen in the other, because both Petty and Vincent going to make a move as soon as they get the opportunity to. It's just going to be up to Blevins what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. This caution-free break is brought to you by Hutchinson Motorsports TV Simtography. You're looking for some great 8K shots? Hit us up, HMS TV Simtography. Get a hold of us in the Discord channel. That's discord.gg/HMS TV. Now, who else you keeping your eye on, Joe? You know, I noticed Chad White. He really hasn't gone anywhere for the last 50 laps or so. Well, he's up to the 7th position. Does the 28 have anything up his sleeve, or is he going to junk that thing?
You know, my money is on he's going to junk it, but we'll see. I mean, he's kind of been quiet. He got out front, led a few laps, and then been running mid-pack all day, but you know, it's all going to come down to which line has the momentum and what decisions he makes as the field starts to shake up. Coming down, we'll be restarting with, I believe, 9 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout. So it's, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how these drivers navigate this traffic. And, I mean, who knows? We could see somebody outside of the top 15, you know, come away and steal the show as well.
Yeah, well, this guy right here has been pretty quiet for him. He was your pole sitter, started out front and went kind of to the back immediately, and we haven't really seen him since. But the 70 machine, Brian Day, he's worked back up to 12th. Let's see if Day can find himself with a chance to win it.
He's going to need some of that Tennessee fire coming out of the rear of his car. Give him a little bit of an extra boost.
Absolutely. And another guy I don't really think we've seen this guy once. Evan Stewart, newcomer in the series in that 37 machine, currently in 21st out of Brandenburg, Kentucky. Here he is. Not really been a factor here tonight, and I don't expect him to be one the rest of the way, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, he started in the rear of the field, started 38th. He's done, you know, good so far, getting up to 21st. Question is how much of that was luck and how much of that was skill, and does he have anything at all for these drivers up here in the front?
Only time will tell. We're going to have 10 laps left to go when we drop the hammer and go green. This is our 9th caution of the evening, but 2 of them were stage breaks, so, I mean, it's really not been that horrible of a race. I get a lot of people see how many cautions and they freak out, but I don't know. We've had 7 cautions at Daytona, 38 cars. It's not too bad.
And Connor brings a good point in the chat. He says, I think the 51 and 5 have something going on because the 5 helped the 51 get both stages. So maybe they're working together. We'll see. We'll see how, you know, if these guys can get hooked up and if that's the case.
Yeah, well, we saw that last restart. The Trap House cars, they were lined up side by side, first and second. Well, they're not faring so well right now, Joe. John Sheen's lined up in 6th, and then Michael Harrington back in 10th. But still got some time left. They can get themselves back up front, but they definitely felt a lot better when they were on the front row.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking to see how quick these guys can get hooked up, or if they just decide to bail on the strategy and, you know, get the best finish that they can get.
Time is going to answer everything here. Again, 10 laps left to go. The Willie Smith 250 field's racked up and loaded. It's Blevins on the inside, Murphy on the outside. These two, they've worked together most tonight, but is all of that gone, or are they going to continue it?
Yeah, will we see a double-fisted glizzy chomp from Terrence Murphy as they come into the restart zone? It's Blevins with control, and we are back green flag here for the Willie Smith 250.
Clean and green through the tri-oval, heading into turn number 1. It's Blevins out front, sitting up top with his good buddy, Terrence Murphy, for now.
Yeah, you see how quick Blevins jumped up to the high line, which makes you think that they might be working together. See Blevins with a big push on the 51. Excuse me, Murphy with a big push on the 51.
And a big run here from the bottom line. That's the 6 machine of Vincent getting a shove from the Canadian of Dominic's as the 24 gets a little loose, but we're still clean and green.
And top line lost a little bit of momentum with Petty stepping out of line. They've gotten hooked back up, double file back.
Now, Joe, they say the runs are all about the third car in line. You know, you got to help that pusher. And I'm just going to say the 24, Jeffrey Petty, he's really not doing a damn thing for that top line right now.
No, he needs to get back up there on the bumper as Chad White tries to cut his nose off and ends up in the vacuum. He's going to lose a bunch of points. Dominic's up to the high side making a move. He wants to give that top line a push, get out, potentially come away and steal the show here tonight.
Yeah, Jeffrey Petty, these drivers said, get the hell out of the way, Petty. If you're not going to push, I'm going to do it. Jonathan Dominic's now trying to make this top line get rolling, and here they move. Blevins out front. We're still clean and green. 8 laps remain here. You got the 5 machine of Murphy in second, and then the 6 of Vincent rounding out your top 3. And here comes the bottom line, and the 8 machine of Harrington trying to make a move.
And Harrington's got Adam Bomb Adams behind him, as well as the number 70 of Brian Day.
You see the difference of that run there, Joe? You saw the 3 cars were together, and you see that bottom lane. They made up about, 3 car lengths within, 100 yards.
Yeah, and with the top 3 on the high line, they're pretty much all hooked up, but Petty is still off of the 94 more than he should be if he wants to help generate some momentum.
Just 7 laps remain here out front. Vincent takes over the race lead briefly, but it looks like Blevins is going to take it back as the 5 machine of Murphy seems committed to the 51, at least for now.
It almost seems like the move for Blevins is to come down in the corners and then to go back up top on corner exit. That's the bottom line. Really get some momentum generated on that bottom in the corners.
Guys being pretty friendly here, Joe, but we're running out of laps. When do guys start making a move? Looks like they're trying to get a 3rd lane formed here, and it's just not going anywhere quite yet.
No, and that's the 45 of Austin Guerrero trying to get something formed up. He's got 2 cars behind him. Looks like they're generating some momentum up there on the high side, and John Sheen looks like he wants to go up, either block or join that high line.
Jeffrey Petty, again, he's kind of hanging back here. He's not worried about pushing anybody, and he's just kind of hanging out. Not sure if this is by plan or if there's something wrong with the car, maybe some damage, but we'll find out how it works out. Going to be 5 to go as Stephen Blevins heads into the tri-oval.
Yeah, and we do have a 3rd line formed up with about 5 or 6 cars.
Oh, they're junking
and
it.
They junked it.
Well, let's find where this all started. Tom Freitas involved. This poor guy, he's had a rough race here tonight. Here it is. So they were 3 wide. And, oh, there you go. The 32 just kind of comes up, and the 88 almost flips it. One more time. All right, here it is. So, all right, so the 32 is, I think he's the cause of this. So take a look here. We'll slow this down. All right, so there's a 32 in the middle. He got the 7 up top holding his line. It really didn't come up much, but it didn't take much, and there you have it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Haskins, or excuse me, Haskell, as he's involved in, I think, his 3rd or 4th wreck of the night. Most of them not his fault, just getting caught up in somebody else's mess.
And the 7 machine of Brad G, he was not happy with the 32 there. He had this to say.
That's sick, dude. Fuck. Lap down, wreck. Fuck. Awesome. Way to go.
There you have it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely frustrated if I'm Brad G. But it did look like, both drivers did step out of line just a little bit, but, this is not where you want to wreck, as this will bring out a green-white checkered finish here at Daytona. It's going to be one heck of a shootout. Looks like Blevins is going to have the lead on the restart. Be curious to see if he decides to choose the top or the bottom. And if I'm Blevins, I'm going to take the top.
And this is going to be a natural green-white checkered, I believe, here, Joe. So not sure how many green-white checkers we have. I know this isn't going to count as one, obviously, but we'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, I do believe, let's see. I think we're on 2 to go now.
Oh, yeah, so maybe this will count as extending it a lap. So, yeah, okay, this might be the first one. Now, Joe, who you thinking is the favorite at this point? We know, every time it changes, but, Stephen Blevins, he's controlled this race. He's done what he needed to do throughout the whole thing. Does he keep doing that, or does somebody else grab it?
He's going to absolutely give it a shot, but, starting here with a 2-lap shootout, there's going to be some aggression from Dominic's and from Vincent. Then you've got the Trap House drivers in the mix with Harrington and Sheen. They'll be restarting pretty close together. But, I think I'm not sure if somebody on the front row is going to win this race.
I don't know. Blevins is going to be tough to beat. Murphy as well, but the thing is, Murphy doesn't like settling for second, and I don't blame him. So he's not a guy that's just going to push Blevins out to the win here from the green to the checkered. So we'll have to keep an eye on it and see if anything crazy happens.
Yeah, I believe Murphy is he's got some glizzies heating up in the microwave, getting ready to celebrate with his double fist.
Let's hop on board here, see if he's eating a glizzy in the car here. Well, no, he's got the glizzies down for now, but he's definitely ready to start. And we're not actually. I thought we were going to go green this time around. We're going green next time around, so definitely going to be our first green-white checkered officially. So this is going to overtime here, Joe. And are you able to confirm how many green-white checkers we get here tonight?
I will. Give me just a second.
All right. And while Joe does that, folks, let's drop back in the field. Brad Hoggett, we know he's got some fans out there, currently in the 13th position. Been a quiet race for him so far, but right now he's finally working up towards the front.
All right, Blake, I have confirmed 2 attempts at a green-white checkered here tonight.
Ooh. We only got one more. This is going to be the first one here, folks. And Brad Hoggett looks like he also hit that light pole on the track. So a lot of light poles out here tonight. And Brad Hoggett, he's going to try to wheel that thing up front with some damage.
Yeah, the staff here at Daytona International Speedway decided to throw some obstacles on the track tonight, and unfortunately some drivers not able to avoid them.
And that's all part of it. But Jeffrey Smith in the chat says, needs the 45 to give the 00 a push. You're right. We'll keep an eye on him for sure. But field's racked up, ready to roll. Like Joe said, this is our first green-white checkered attempt. We only get 2, so these guys junk it. It's going to be our last attempt. So hopefully we're able to get to the finish, but we'll see.
Brad G with a meatball flag. That's going to end his day.
He was not happy about that 32 machine, and a meatball for Hunter Haskell as well. So rough race for the 88 of Haskell. His debut with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League did not go ideally, but nonetheless, Joe, we're racked up, ready to roll. Field is set. Pace car is heading in. These fans, they haven't sat down all night long, and I don't think that's going to change.
No, they're all hopped up on left turn sodas and glizzies, so they're rooting on the number 5, the Glizzy Gobbler. We'll see how he does on this restart.
We will see. Pace car infield is set into the radio replay restart zone. Green flag into the air. Good jump there from Blevins, heading out of the trial. Got a couple blacks in the back here. Not sure if they're going to get cleared or not, but Akari King Wright, Douglas Ivy, Brian Matthews, all with black flags, but we're still ripping it here. Are we going to get to the white flag, or are they going to wad them up, Joe?
Yeah, top 3 drivers on the top line have pulled away. Bottom's going to have to generate a ton of momentum here as you see Vincent diving down to the bottom, getting in front, trying to pull some of that momentum.
Good move for the 6 machine, but bad news is the 24 hasn't been pushing very hard, but let's see if that changes here as they're coming out of turn number 4. Do we get to the white flag? Oh, and the 8 goes off track, but we are going to see the white flag. Last lap around, we're getting a finish here, Joe.
Yeah, and that was the number 8, Harrington, going off track down into the pits.
Oh, they're junking it. 45's dead. We're still ripping it, though. It is a drag race to the checkered. Guerrero is toast, but Blevins is out front. You got the 5 on the back bumper and the 6 machine down low down the backstretch.
And they're junking it big time behind them.
These
it's
are
going to be a drag race to the finish here, Blake.
These moves are aggressive, and I think we're going to see a wreck in these top 6 spots, but we're going to find out of turn 4 for the final time. It's Blevins up top, Vincent down low, drag race, checkered flag in the air. The Willie Smith 250 winner is going to be Stephen Blevins. Wow.
Yeah, that was an exciting finish, Blake. I had everybody in the back just junking it, and Murphy just pushed the heck out of Blevins and able to come away with the podium spot for the number 5, finishing 2nd.
Boy, I can't believe it, Joe. I never would have thought somebody was going to sweep the stages and win the race. Stephen Blevins, a max points day at Daytona in the next gen. That's incredible, and he owes a big thank you, I'm sure, to the Glizzy Gobbler of Terrence Murphy.
Yeah, and it actually looks like Terrence Murphy finished 3rd with Vincent stealing that 2nd spot.
Yeah, well, Joe, you know what? Let's take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere before you head out. We got some driver interviews happening, and we're going to watch Stephen Blevins burn it down. So we'll be right back in just a moment. See you here shortly. We are back here at Daytona. Stephen Blevins is burning it down. And let's start off our interviews with tonight's 3rd place finisher. Let's get him in here. Terrence, Blake, and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. A good race from you. You're up front most of the time. You end up putting it on the podium, come up a couple spots short, but looked like you helped Blevins out there at the end, push him to a win.
Yep, he's my teammate, so I was going to stick with him. I was hoping the outside line would get a little more momentum, but I'll deal with third. That's fine. I think I got second in both stages and third to finish the race, so that's a good day. I ran out of fuel after the second stage or whatever, and then like an idiot shifted to first and spun myself out, so I had to tow back. So I went a lap down, but barely got out from going 2 laps down. So, yeah, that was a wild race. It was fun. Season 4, baby.
Yeah, hey, a great day for, the team in general. Stephen Blevins sweeps the stages and brings home the win. Max points day, essentially, for Blevins. That's kind of rare here in the next gen at Daytona.
Yeah, for sure. Dominic's comes in clutch with 4th, and then Weaver's back. I know he got caught up in a few different things today, but 1-3-4 to start the season feels good.
Now, Joe, what'd you see out of Terrence Murphy here in that 5 machine?
So I definitely saw a driver that was selfless, right? He had plenty of opportunities to make moves and try and go for the win there, but just decided to push Blevins to the win. But I do have a question for Mr. Murphy. How many glizzies are you going to consume at the conclusion of this interview?
Glizzies am I going to consume?
Yeah.
I mean, you sprinkle some Skyline chili on there, we'll have a party, you know.
Hell yeah, man. But yeah, awesome performance by tonight, coming away with some stage points and a 3rd place finish here. So congratulations to you for that.
Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, Terrence, before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs to add for our viewers listening at home?
Shout out to Jen, as always. I'm driving up to Canada to see her tomorrow. So glad that Blevins got the win because he's going to get himself a great gold trophy, and Daddy needs some spending money.
All right. Well, hey, short and sweet. We love to hear it. Well done. Terrence Murphy, tonight's 3rd place finisher in the Willie Smith 250 here at Daytona. What a run there for the selfless Terrence Murphy, bringing it home in 3rd. But time to bring in our 2nd place finisher here tonight. That's going to be Terry Vincent. We didn't hear much from him until the end, though. But Terry, Blake, and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, a good race from you. You bring it home 2nd. You kind of were MIA there for a while, but you showed up when it mattered, and you come up just 1 spot short, almost able to steal it.
Yeah, I just got shuffled back and couldn't really make up ground until the wreck started happening.
Yeah, well, hey, it has to feel pretty good, though, starting off the season here with the Average Joe Sim Racing League in a 2nd place finish, because a lot of drivers, they would probably kill to get a 2nd place finish instead of junking their cars.
Yeah. 2nd place in my first race in this league. I am pretty happy about that.
All right. Well, hey,
yeah,
Joe.
Anytime, Terry, you can come away with a podium spot at Daytona is a win in my book. Obviously, the goal of every race is to win. But it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We've got plenty of races to go. Still a bunch of races that you can go out for a win. And hopefully, again, showing up when it matters, late season, put your spot in a spot to come away with a championship. So congratulations on your 2nd place finish.
Thank you.
And Terry, before you head out, you got any shout-outs to add for our viewers watching at home?
Thank you to my wife for letting me do this and putting up with my BS sometimes. Team Juicy Spider, Adrenaline Racing for bringing me on as a teammate in this league, and that's about it.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate it, Terry. Congratulations, tonight's 2nd place finisher here in the Willie Smith 250, Terry Vincent. Good run there for Terry, but Joe, breaking news, if you're in the chat, folks, Connor Gerard just announced the 51 of Blevins also wins the paint scheme of the night. So talk about sweeping the night here, but let's get him in here and break the news to him. Steve, Joe, and Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Boy, what a night for you. You sweep the stages, you bring home the win, and most importantly, not sure if you heard this or not, but Connor Gerard just gave you the paint scheme of the night as well.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
I mean, really, you literally won everything here tonight. I mean, how's it feel in the first place?
Oh, it was wild. Man, it's tough, man. I didn't want to see the green white checker, but you know, it was a great one, man. I crashed my burnout, man, just because I didn't think I was get there. I've taken the white flag so many times here, super speedways, and just man, finally sealed the deal here. So feels good.
Yeah, Joe, what'd you see out of the 51 here tonight, other than just domination when it mattered?
I mean, man, I can't compliment you enough for what you were able to do, right? Showing up when it mattered. But I do believe I heard some radio chatter that I'm gonna play real quick and see if this is accurate.
Yeah, where the shitboxes come out in front and they're wobbling all over the track and putting up.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just they were just all over the track tonight, and you stayed out of trouble, coming away with the win here. How'd you do it? I mean, you just sweep the stages, come away with the win. That's phenomenal.
I don't know, with the EOL there, I was worried, and then they wrecked right in front of me, and I don't even know how I made it through that. I hit the apron and squeaked through and got a clean car to finish it, man. And I don't know, man. It was tough, but I had Terrence Murphy pushing me. That definitely helped, having a teammate behind me, and then Dominic's was there with us. Yeah, so I mean, that was a big part of it.
Steve. Oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say you guys came away with I believe a 1-2-4 finish, and just an all around night for all you guys, especially you coming away with the win.
Oh yeah, man, it was great. It was awesome. So.
I'm sure you were the one probably the happiest about getting away from that, Gen 6 car that we had. It seemed like you had a rough season last year, and then good to see you park in victory lane first time away from it.
It was tough, man. I like the Gen 6s, but it was really hit or miss with me. I had some good nights, but it was a tough season. So let's see if we can get back in the next gen, see what we can do here. And we got 22 more to go. So.
Yeah, a long way to go. Well, a max points night for you, I mean, obviously you can't win the championship on one race, but it certainly doesn't hurt here getting the max points. But before you head out, Steven, got any shout-outs for our viewers listening at home?
Yeah, man, shout out to you guys, man, putting on the stream, man. It's always awesome. Queen City Motorsports walking away tonight. Ivy Racing, for Ivy Designs for doing the paint scheme for me. Who else we got, man? Grid Gold is going to give me the trophy for the win. And then Jay, man, for putting on the league. Appreciate everybody out here.
Well done. Tonight's winner of the Willie Smith 250 at Daytona, Stephen Blevins. Well, Joe, that is going to wrap things up here in Daytona. What a race for Blevins. I can't believe it again. He just sweeps the night, wins the Connor Gerard Paint of the Night. He's taking home a Grid Gold trophy as well on top of everything.
Yeah, what an amazing race here tonight for the Willie Smith 250. Obviously, condolences to the family of Willie Smith. He'll surely be missed, amongst his family as well as his iRacing family here in the Average Joe Sim Racing League. Definitely a great token that they've decided to do here tonight for him. And, I don't think this will be the last of dedication races for Mr. Smith, but all around a great race by all these drivers, and look forward to doing it all again next week.
All right. Well, hey, some other honorable mentions to talk about here. Evan Stewart was your hard charger, up 29 positions. Fast lap goes to Fred Chase. Most incidents goes to Nolan McClure. Congratulations, Nolan. And the pole was Brian Day. Had 10 cautions, 19 lead changes under green, 101 laps in the books here. Average Joe Sim Racing League season opener was definitely a success. But folks, that's going to wrap things up. We're going to be back here on, I believe, Sunday night is our next stream. Jesse's going to be on the call. I'll be out of town, so be sure to tune into that. Click the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. All that good stuff. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up. The the showdown's happening with BAC Racing on Saturday. So in the HMS TV Discord, you can join in on that fun. It's only a $5 entry, and that's going to wrap things up. But Joe, you got any final words for our viewers at home?
Yeah, so just a big thank you to the viewers tonight. I believe I think we had about 48 people in here in the chat tonight, and thanks to everybody sending those jewels in the donation to the stream. Jeffrey Smith, big thank you to you, sir. And Yeah, thank you to you for bringing me on, having me cover the Thursday night here at the Average Joe's Sim Racing League, and looking forward to what's in store for us for the rest of the season.
I'm looking forward to it as well, but well said there in the booth with Joe Manella. I'm Blake Hutchinson, and we will see you back here next time. Thanks for tuning in.